Hey City Crew, what is up guys? Welcome to the Crew Show with me, Michael. Guys, it's so great to have you here with us today. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So why don't you guys get relaxed, sit on your couch or your bed, wherever you're sitting. I say couch. Get some juice, some tea, maybe some Coke. I don't know, maybe having breakfast right now. I already had my breakfast. It was just a cup of tea really. And we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna have so much fun. We've got a special guest with us today, and we're gonna play some games with her. Hint, nudge, nudge, it's a her. And then we're also gonna sing some songs that we do know, maybe one or two that we don't. And then we're gonna have Lester, another special guest of ours, come and give us a little bit of a talk. But right now, I'm gonna introduce you to our first guest, the she. You guys know her as the leader of the fierce wolf team. Panthers, well done on winning the last tribal wars, but you guys did cheat. So here she is, Sivu Sinclair, or just Sivu. I don't know what you guys know, but Sivu, it's Sivu. How you doing?
Hey, thanks for having me on your show.
Good.
How are you doing this?
We gotta do the proper greet.
That I was the leader of the Wolves. It is the best team, I'm just saying.
No, 100%.
So if you're part of the Wolves, you know that you are natural born leaders. I just have to throw that in.
Yeah, I'm part of the Wolves currently, but Panthers, I'm still there with you.
No, you haven't chosen.
No, I'm still with you guys apart, don't worry. We did win. So our first game is called the Whisper Challenge.
I'm excited.
You know how it works here.
Yes, but
Okay,
just
cool.
reiterate it to
Yes.
me one more time.
So we've got these things called beats.
Headphones.
Oh, apparently there's music playing. Okay, now stop. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put these headphones on. I guess I'll go first because I was sad. We're gonna put them on.
Yeah.
And then we also got some cue cards on.
Are these mine? These are my cue cards?
Yeah, those are yours right there.
Okay.
Just make sure it's just the ones with words.
Okay,
the
cool.
Sentences. We've got some words, and what I'm gonna do is I'll put the headphones on. Sivu will read the words to me, okay? And I just obviously with the headphones on, there's music playing as well,
Yeah.
so I can't hear what she's actually saying.
Right.
And it's very simple. She's gonna just say whatever the word is, and I have to guess what it is.
Oh, cool.
That's
So
about it.
I basically read a phrase, you can't hear me, and then you have to guess
Pretty
what
much.
I've said. Oh,
Pretty
cool.
much.
That's simple enough.
So you actually got the phone. It's over there
Okay.
on our desk.
Cool.
Really cool desk.
Am I just pressing play?
I guess
Or
just
you
press
ready?
play. Yeah, the music should have been thingied already
Preload.
on there. Our intern is awesome that way. Let's start.
Oh, by the way, are there points? Is
Yes,
there
I was just about to say. If I get the word right, I get a point.
Okay.
If I get it wrong, that is. You
Okay,
get nothing.
cool. Do I get a point if you get it wrong? Or no?
No.
Okay, got it. I'm with you.
Or we'll just make up extra rules as we go along the game. Either way, as long as I win, I'm fine. Cool.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna press play. You let me know how the volume is.
Stick on. I feel like, oh look, there's left and right. That's embarrassing.
That's that's loud. I can even hear it. Can you hear me?
What?
Okay, cool. Are you ready?
His name
Phrase
is,
one.
Sorry.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The phrase is, forget about it. Forget about it.
Say that again.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Yes! what
Oh
the-
yes!
Yeah.
Come on! Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay, sorry.
Okay, maybe
That's
I'm
one
saying
point
it's
to
too
me.
Okay.
I'm just very good at lip reading.
Nice. Should I go again or is it one for one?
You can actually just finish the card.
Okay, cool.
Let's just go straight up.
Number 2. Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Hey! I feel like this is too easy. I think you might have been reading.
Sorry.
This guy's reading, he's reading my phrases. Okay, are you ready?
This is
Number 3.
Walls come down.
Shamalama Ding Dong. Shamalama Ding Dong.
Oh, you're saying it?
Yes.
Oh. What?
Shamalama Ding Dong. Just say the first thing.
Oh. Just one more time. I'll get nothing.
Shamalama Ding Dong.
No. Nothing. Just
Okay, the last one. The last one is frozen fish sticks. Frozen, I can't even say it. Frozen fish sticks. Frozen fish sticks.
Looks like you're saying a French word.
No.
Three
Okay, it's 3 words. Just to give you a hint.
words. Oh.
Yeah. Frozen fish sticks.
Forever.
Frozen fish sticks.
Frozen
Fish sticks.
ice.
Fish sticks.
Frozen
Fish sticks.
fishes.
Okay, close enough. Close enough. Good job.
Is that it?
Yeah. Frozen. I can't say frozen. Frozen fish sticks.
Okay, close enough. What's the
Yeah.
other one? Shama Lama Ding Dong. What kind of song is that?
Ding dong. I don't know. Okay.
That's a.
That was great. Well done.
Oh, thanks.
Part of me thinks it was great because let's be honest, I said it really well.
Oh, I'm just really good.
Okay, so my turn.
But also, I'm good at lip reading is because you are saying it pretty well, so actually makes
okay,
sense.
cool.
Yes, your turn.
My turn?
Your turn.
Okay.
I won. How much did I get? 1,
You got 3.
3.
You killed it.
3 out of
4.
4. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
Yes.
idea. That's a good run.
I don't know what the
Okay.
one is. Okay, can you hear me? And it's very loud.
It's so loud.
You know what? That's fine. That's how it's supposed to work. Okay. Here's your first word. Okay, word number 1. Okay.
I have no idea what you're saying. Labry juice sticks.
I don't know where juice sticks comes from. Okay, can I say it one more time? Can I say it one more time?
One more time.
Okay.
Is it 2 words?
Yeah, 2 words.
2 words, okay.
Labra doodle. Apparently I'm bad at speaking. Okay, I'll go to the next one. We'll come back maybe to that one. Okay, second one. Second one.
Second one, okay.
Yeah. Pumpkin. Actually, this is your favorite, I think. I don't know. Pumpkin spice latte.
Okay, first word is pumpkin.
Yeah. Pumpkin spice latte.
Pumpkin spice latte?
Yeah, there you go. Come on. Is that your favorite? Is that your favorite? No.
Yeah, come on, it's the best.
Oh, okay.
In October every year.
I thought so. I feel like the intern knows some secrets about all of us. Okay, third one.
Okay.
3. Cobra Kai. No.
What?
I think I'm saying it right. Cobra.
Globe.
No. Cobra.
Chrome.
Cobra.
Cropen.
Cobra.
Cropen.
Cobra. Like, you know, like a snake. Cobra. Cobra.
Crowbar.
I don't know how you get cobra from. Wait, I'm putting this wrong. Wait. Cobra. Like
Cobra.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra King.
No.
Cobra.
Kai.
Okay, wait. I think the song has ended. Hang on.
Oh.
Okay. Hang on. Okay.
Cobra
Cobra.
Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Lost chance. Lost chance. Because you're very close. Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
What? Say that again.
I don't know.
Wait, what did you say?
Cobra Kai. Cobra Time. Cobra Mine.
Nope, you got it wrong. Never mind. Just forget it. Okay. Okay, last one.
Okay.
I'm gonna win. Yes. Okay. Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
Yes. Oh, nice. Okay. Cheapers.
Wow.
Okay, should we try and get that one that you didn't, the first one that you didn't get?
The first one I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang on. This
Just
is
one,
quick.
one last one quickly.
Okay.
Okay. Labradoodle.
Applesauce.
Nope. Okay, you got it wrong. Okay, so I clearly won that game. 2-1. No, 3-2.
Oh.
Three, Steve
Okay,
got
what was
2.
it? What was the first one?
Oh, I threw the card. Labradoodle.
Is that a word?
Yes.
How am I supposed to get something that doesn't exist?
Isn't that a dog?
Okay, to be fair, there were things that didn't exist.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
Guys, that is great. Can you give it up for Sibs one more time?
Woo!
It's weird because I'm clapping by myself in the
I'm so
studio.
sorry.
But we are gonna cross over. I said this to some music, so we are gonna cross over right now to some live worship led by. See who's gonna disappear like magically and reappear magically. she's gonna change fast as well. I think. I don't know what clothes she's actually wearing. But we are gonna do that. So if you guys want to jump up onto your feet, or just sit there and be lame and just move, I don't know how you
It's gonna be
jiggle
fun.
your body. It's gonna be fun. It's some hype energy music.
Come on.
It's gonna be really fun. So
See you there.
Salvation sounds a new beginning. As distant hearts begin believing, redemption's bid is unrelenting. Your love goes on. Your love goes on. Carry us when the world gives way. You cover us with your endless grace. Love is relentless. Love is relentless. Love is relentless. Your love is relentless. Time is up for chasing shadows. You gave the world a light to follow. A hope that shines beyond tomorrow. Your love goes on. Your love goes on. You carry us when the world gives way. You cover us with your endless grace. Love is relentless.
Hey City Crew, welcome to a segment that we're going to be calling Word of the Week. We are going to be looking at a series over the next few weeks, and we're going to be looking at the fruit of the Spirit. Now, if you're new and you're like, where is the fruit of the Spirit? Well, I'm glad you asked. You'll find it in the book of Galatians chapter 5, and I'm going to read it for us. It's from verse 22 to 23. It says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is this: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control." Those are the fruits of the Spirit. So what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks, we're going to be diving into each one of the fruit of the Spirit. This week, we're going to be starting off with number one, and that is love. To help us understand this concept of love and God's love, I'm going to read another story for us. And that's going to be found in Matthew chapter 15, and I'm going to be reading from verse 11. It said this: "And he said, there was a man who had 2 sons. And the younger of them said to the father, 'Father, give me my share of the property that is coming to me.' And he divided up the property to them. Not many days later, the young son gathered all that he had and went on a journey to a far country, where he squandered all his property in reckless living. And when he had spent everything, a severe famine arose. So he went and hired himself out to one of the citizens of the country, and he sent him into the field to feed the pigs." I'm going to stop there, because I don't know if this happens to you, but sometimes when I'm reading a piece of scripture or someone else is reading, it's easy for me to start daydreaming and I start thinking about other stuff. Like, I know you're probably sitting on the couch right now and you're thinking about wanting to play FIFA, or you're just wanting to get up and go to the fridge to get another snack. Don't go anywhere, sit down. Let me retell the story for us so we're on the same page. So, there's this father, he has 2 sons. He has an older son and a younger son. That's how it happens. So he's got these 2 sons, and the younger son comes to his father and says, "Dad, when you die, I understand that half these possessions will be mine, but I actually want the money right now. So would it be possible for you to give me the money?" So the father does. He gathers all the possessions and he gives it to the son. And it says that the son takes his possessions and he gathers a few of his friends and like, "Cool, we're out. We're gonna go to another country." And they go there and they start partying it up. They start having fun together. And it says that that word arose, which pretty much means that money was scarce, food was scarce. So all the money that he had ran out, and he didn't have money to support himself anymore. So what does he do? He goes to one of the people living in that town and he says, "Cool, I'm going to sell myself. Here I am. Use me. Put me to work." And the guy puts him to work. He goes and he actually starts feeding the pigs. It says that he had no money to buy his own food, that he actually started eating the food that the pigs were eating, which is kind of sick. I don't know if I've ever been that hungry that I ate pig food. What is pig food? Firstly, random thought, really. What is pig food? Anyway, so he's busy eating this pig food, and he has a moment with himself, and he's like, "Actually, you know what? The people that work for my father, they don't even eat like this. They have lots of food to eat. So maybe what I'll do is I'll actually go back to my father and I'll apologize." Because the reason he had to apologize was this: because he said to his father, "Why don't you give me all that, my possessions, my inheritance? Why don't you give it to me?" In that moment, by doing that, he was effectively saying to his father, "I wish you were dead and I just had your money." So he knew coming back to his father, he would need to apologize. And it says that as he was walking, returning back to where his father was, it says that he was like starting to memorize a way of how he would apologize to his father. And it says that as he was walking, now pause. We're going to talk about the other character in the story. We see that here's the father. He's kind of seen his son. His son has disappeared. He's gone on for a while. It says that every day the father would come out to the gates and he would look out at the fields, hoping, longing for his son to return. And it said that he did this every day. And so we see the father's out in the field waiting to see if his son will return. And here's the son coming, practicing the script over and over again in his head. And it says that as the son was a long distance away where the father could see him, the father starts running towards the son. And he's running, and as the son is like practicing over and over again what he's going to say to his father, as his father approaches, he's about to like go into his long apology. Pause. Can we just all agree, we've done this before, where your mom told you not to do something, like kick a soccer ball inside, and then she's at work and you like kind of practice what you're going to say so you don't get a hiding. Wait, we don't do hidings anymore. You don't get a talking to. And you start practicing like, what am I going to say? Because I don't want to get into trouble. And then she comes home and you're like, you don't know what to say, so you just start crying. Yeah, I've tried that trick. It doesn't work, guys. Just throwing it out there. Anyway, we see that the son eventually comes to the father. He tries saying his script, but the dad says no. He doesn't even listen to him. He puts his arms around him. He hugs, and the son's like trying to give his like apology. And it actually says that the father turns, and there was a servant next to him. He says, "Go, bring the finest robe, bring a ring, and bring shoes for his feet." What the father was doing in this moment was saying that when the son said, "Give me all my inheritance," he was actually turning his back on his father, turning his back on his family. But the father coming says, give him a signet ring, once again showing that he now belongs back to this family, and cover him with a robe showing that he had nothing, but now he has something covering him. And he had no shoes, but the father gives him a sick pair of shoes. In my mind, I hope it was a sick pair of Vans, because honestly, who doesn't love Vans? That's just me. But anyway, you see that the father gives him shoes again. And what happens in this moment, the reason I use this story to illustrate is the son wanted absolutely nothing to do with the father anymore. But we see that the father so loved the son that regardless of what he did, how he treated him, the father still loves the son. And I love this idea of the fruit of the Spirit, is because God's calling us to have that standard of love, that regardless of how sometimes people might treat us, regardless of what people might do to us sometimes, God's calling us to have that fruit, to love people unconditionally. There's another verse in the Bible that's found in 1 John which says, this is love, that we would lay down our lives for someone else. That God's calling us to love people so much that we would give everything we have to them in an act of love, that even when we feel frustrated, even when we feel annoyed, that we still choose to love these people. And I love this idea of the fruit of the Spirit, because we need the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, to help us to do this, because we can't do it on our own. I don't know about you guys, but I can be kind of selfish sometimes, and I don't want to share my stuff with other people. But it's the thing that God's calling us to love and to care for other people. So man, this is the word of the week, and it's love. I want us to do this. Why not think of ways this week that you can show your siblings, your mom, and your dad that you love them, and doing something really cool and special for them. Maybe it's tidying up your room. Maybe it's doing the dishes. Maybe it's actually letting your sister or brother play with you. Whatever it is, I hope this encourages you, and we'll see you again next week.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, here on The Crew Show. By the way, this was episode 1. Next week is episode 2, if you didn't catch on. Yes, don't forget to share it. Tell your friends, your mom, your cat, your dog, the neighbor's rat as well. I don't know. We'll see you next week.